they're planting corn and tobacco. Those were the two principal crops of the Susquehanna plantation. When that white plantation house there sat in the Tidewater Basin of Maryland in the days before the American Civil War. The little red house we're approaching here is the Plimpton family home, built in 1642. It's the oldest of all the American buildings here. Just across the road, those limestone cottages, comprised of Cotswold cottages. They were built in Gloucester, England in the early 1600s. They're the oldest of all of our buildings here. Lovely tea that they do there in the afternoon, beginning at 11 o'clock, until 4 o'clock, English-style tea. Under the windmill here, they're making candles, $3 for a small pair, $6 for a large. Great addition to your Thanksgiving table this year. Back and try making some colonial candles. The windmill itself dates to the mid-1660s on Cape Cod. That soapbox farmhouse, the Daniel farmhouse, was built in 1754 in West Andover, Connecticut. It predates the American Revolution. Come on back and see how far I'm traveling from the farm there. Really attending that tier nut in tiny house. Greenfield is a non-profit educational institution that's funded by your admission dollars. For that, I'd like to say thanks to all of you with here today. Hope you have a fantastic time. The weather is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of day I want to bottom and save for some of those damp or warmer days in the summertime. This is just perfect out here. We're entering into the back border or the woods of the village. This is actually Oxbow Island District. It's the largest wetlands project going in all of Southeast Michigan. Part of it's occurring right here on village property. Back in the mid-1970s, the Army Corps of Engineers diverted the flow of the Rouge River into cement riverbanks here in Dearborn under the guise of flood prevention. More recently, we've allowed some of the water to flow back into the natural riverbed that runs through the woods here. With the return of the water, we've seen the return of all kinds of species of plants and animals, birds and fish. So much haven't been seen back here for nearly 40 years. The woods is now home to the small herd of white-tailed deer, spotted fox, and possums, squirrels, rabbits, skunks, all the usual inhabitants of the woods. Last year, we were proud to be home to a nesting pair of bald eagles. Every now and then, I spot a coyote as well. The land back here is just teeming with wildlife again, because we put some water back there for them to drink. The locomotive pulling our train today, the Torch Lake, is the oldest continuously operating steam locomotive in the country. It was built for the mining industry up in Calumet, Michigan, copper mining up there. It's a Mason bogie type locomotive. The chassis does swivel. That allows it to make some of these tight curves here on our railroad. Also make some of the inclines. We're on a 1% incline back here in the woods, so it really helps to have that extra boost. Imagine if you were traveling on a train back in the 1870s when that locomotive was built. Rail travel was becoming very comfortable and very fast by that time. You could now cross the country in a matter of days, a journey that once took weeks and months to make in a covered wagon. Railroads were changing the way Americans viewed their lives, business, all in a very positive way. If you'd like to know more about American railroading or steam locomotives, you want to visit our roundhouse up at Railroad Junction. Next stop that we're making is the Creek Depot. They can answer just about any question you'd like to know about steam locomotives or American railroading up there. Check it out later on today. We do Discovery Camp for children here at Greenfield Village every summer between June and August. Oxbow Island here in this district is part of that camping program. We've got some campsites set up there, hiking trails, game deliveries. Also part of that program is our U.S. Forest Ranger. You can see our Ranger's campsite up here on the right, coming up here. The Ranger instructs our camping children in the ways of forestry and conservation. You might notice the Ranger riding from the village to that horseback. He's in the uniform of a 1905 U.S. Forest Ranger. Feel free to ask him any questions you might have on forestry and conservation as well. was at the wetlands project going surgically that river up. It's now a watering hole for some rare species of birds. We often see blue heron and occasionally deep rabbits will drop in for a little fishing. Nice to know that cleaning up the river has invited all kinds of exotic guests back here as well. We're now leaving the Oxbow Island District. That's Walnut Grove up ahead. Home playing field for our two historic baseball teams, the Nationals and the Lockhart. We do play baseball. Our regular scheduled games are Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 in the afternoon. A lot of fun out here. The guys played by the rules of 1867 in Massachusetts. They were the uniform today as well. Some of those rules included no spitting and no cursing. Uniforms do not include a baseball glove. They were invented in 1867. Guys catch all those high pops and flies barehanded back here. That's half the fun of watching the game here. It's a great morning here. It's a great view of some of our porches and parlors. Homes, that large three-story building we just passed is the home of Noah Webster. That gave us the first American engineer. Smaller white cottage homes, right of that is the home of Robert Frost. When he lived in Ann Arbor, is the poet in residence at the University of Michigan. Buildings we're now approaching is the main campus of the Henry Ford Academy. You can see some of our Discovery campers out there waving at us. They love the train rides. They came with us this afternoon, I believe. The Academy is a charter high school here. It's part of the Wayne County Regional Services Ford Motor Company joint venture. We have classrooms for our ninth graders over at the Henry Ford Museum. And these Pullman cars that we're passing now are actually classrooms for our senior students. We normally have about 400 students here, grades 9 through 12. The Academy is a proud successor to a long history of schooling here at Greenfield College. We actually opened as a school in 1929, nearly 80 years ago. It was Henry Ford's vision that the spirit of innovation and imagination and invention would go a long way in stimulating and accelerating young person's academic achievements. I'd like to mention once again our Ragtime Festival this weekend. Lots of music and dancing and fun. Ragtime music was popular in the early 1900s. We'll have a lot of costume dancers out here. See some of our canoes over here. We have special late hours on Saturday this weekend for the Ragtime Festival. We open until 9 o'clock. This special event is all day Saturday and Sunday to celebrate the Ragtime Festival. Crossing gates are down here. We better not see anybody trying to race these gates, especially after that. It's always a good thing to pay attention to railroad crossing signals. Look at the trees over here. You can see the steeple of the Martin Mary Chapel. The chapel's the second many weddings here in the spring, summer, and fall trees going on. It was named in honor of Henry Ford's mother and his mother-in-law, Mary Ford and Martha Bryant. Just across the road from the chapel is the Days of History restaurant and Eagle Tavern. Both open today at 11 o'clock. It's about 15 minutes from now. We'll be serving a cafeteria-style lunch at the Taste of History. Lots of choices there. Over at the Eagle Tavern, it's a sit-down family-style event. Here again, constant waiters and waitresses will serve you meals from winter from the 1830s. That's when the tavern staff in the Irish Hills District here in Michigan, Clinton, Michigan to be exact, was originally a stagecoach stop on the route between Detroit and Chicago back in the days when that journey took 8 days to make. We're now entering our railroad junction